Mukam karoti vachalam pungam langayate grimyat kripatamaham mande gurum dinadharanam. Bhutair mahadbir yayimam puro vibho nirmaya chete yatamusha purushaha bhungte gunan sodasa sodasatmaka so alankrita so alankrishishta bhagavan vachamshi me. May the Supreme Personality of God, who enlivens the materially created bodies of the elements by lying down within this universe, and who in his Purusha incarnation causes the living being to be subjected to the 16 divisions of material modes, which are his generator. Be pleased to decorate my statements. Hare Krishna. So today, as we discussed in the last class, we are going to glorify Srila Prabhupada. So a brief explanation why we should do Vyasa Puja offering. What is Vyasa Puja and why we should do Vyasa Puja offering? Because the spiritual master is the representative of Vyasa, so his appearance day and disappearance day are celebrated as Vyasa Puja. In Guru Parampara, the message is given as it is. So in the philosophy verse, there is no difference. The individual differs. The acharyas in the different acharyas come, but the message is same. So Vyasa Puja, it is any spiritual master's appearance and disappearance day is considered as Vyasa Puja. So a disciple's duty is to glorify the spiritual master. Disciples' duty is to glorify the Acharya. For our parampara, our Acharya is Srila Prabhupada. Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is our Acharya. So it is our duty to glorify him always. Every day one should glorify. So that's why SS3 Sandhyam. We have to remember him, glorify him every day. Especially on the occasion of Vyasa Puja, we should glorify him by writing an offering to him, which Prabhupada himself taught us. So we saw in Prabhupada's Leela that he wrote a wonderful Vyasa Puja offering to a spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So that was the life-changing glorification, which we read now also on relish. That was Prabhupada's understanding and greatness. Prabhupada's greatness we can see from the Vyasa Puja offering which he gave it to his spiritual master. So all his spiritual ecstasies are in his books. Prabhupada always humbly said, whatever I have achieved is due to my spiritual master. He gave all the credit to his spiritual master. And he changed, he made a tremendous changes in this material world. So people like ordinary jivas, people like us, we have no hope in spiritual life. We never even thought that I will become, in my case, I will become a spiritual person. That was not in my thinking also. But Prabhupada's books can do wonders, which we are seeing every day. So I wrote offering to Prabhupada. I'll read mine so that others can prepare yourself and you please present your offering here. Today is meant for that. So I'm reading mine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, kindly accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. I thank you for saving unlimited jivas from this material world. I thank you for everything you have done for us. You worked hard to guide us to build ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Now we all have everything to follow Krishna consciousness. As Hindus, we were doing worships, but didn't know who am I, who is God, what is my relationship with Him. what is the process to attain him. You have given us the guidance in every way of life. You taught us who am I, who is God, and how to attain him. You guided the whole world, and you are still guiding through your books, spiritual books. I don't have hope that I will be able to complete all those books perfectly in this very lifetime. You have given us 4 principles to follow. Books are the basis, preaching is the essence, purity is the force, and utility is the principle. By your guidance today, I am a human being, hoping to become a devotee in future. I pray to you, Srila Prabhupada, that I should serve you in your mission without deviation. I should preach Krishna consciousness without dilution. I should follow Sri Dharma without distraction. I have only one hope in my life, that is your mercy. By your mercy, we all can cross over the ocean of material suffering. Thanking you, dear Srila Prabhupada, your insignificant disciple, Gita Govinda Dasi. So, I humbly presented the offering in. So, I request you to speak something to please Prabhupada. Who is ready? Janaki? Ruchira? Vasanti Mami? Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Pranam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. In Ishopanishad, it is said that Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purna Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purna Eva Vishishyate. In the same way, Prabhupada, you are perfect and complete. Because you are completely perfect. All spiritual knowledge has emanated from you. Your teachings eternally perfect and complete. Your mission and vision are also perfect and complete. But those who have incomplete knowledge cannot understand your completeness. You have showered unlimited mercy upon me. I cannot repay your debt in my lifetime. The only way to repay your debt is sincerely following your instructions. I have complete faith in your instructions. Just by blindly following them, one can understand Supreme Lord very easily. My only wish is to serve you eternally, life after life. If you are pleased, then Krishna will also be pleased. Prabhupada, you have directly come from spiritual world. With your strong dedication, you have brought Bhakti Yoga to the global stage. With your selfless love and mercy to fallen souls, embrace the path of devotion. You were able to convert the Chandalas into Vaishnava. You are a great transcendental magician. You have taught us things won't work without Krishna. You used everything in Krishna's service. That is your greatest achievement. My only goal is that I should take birth wherever you are, and I want to serve you for your mission. Your unqualified servant, Jai Janki Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. I'm very happy. So nice, That's why we should write. Very good. Very good. So next.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Very thoughtful offering. Very nice. Others are keeping quiet. Many didn't come only. I don't know why. Ruchira Mataji, Kamila.
Pranam Mataji. I'll read out. Please forgive me if there are any mistakes because I just wrote it 15 minutes.
We don't.
I wasn't well, so I just forgot.
No problem. We don't count any mistakes.
Yes,
No
please
mistakes
correct me where I'm. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutle Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminati Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine. Respected Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada, there are no words to describe your glories, your mercy and compassion on the fallen souls who are wandering continuously in the world of miseries, birth after birth, has no bounds. You have come to deliver us from this nescience and have given us the ray of hope in this darkest dungeon of material life. We have been tossed continuously by the waves of this material ocean, but your lotus feet came to our rescue. Srila Prabhupada, you are our savior. You gave us the most valuable gift of Krishna consciousness. You reveal to us the treasure of Krishna Bhakti that Lord Chaitanya came to give us. It is because of you that we have come to know how to serve Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and his mission. Your mercy only revealed to us about all the great teachings of Lord uh, and all his missions, and the precious gifts of transcendental literature in the form of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrit, Nectar of Devotion, and so many other great works are today accessible to everyone across the world by your mercy only. Your lectures, your talks, your letters, your conversations are all our guiding principles. They enable us to follow the path you prescribed for us. By establishing temples all across the globe, by your book distribution, by your Sankirtan movement that you spread all over the world, you glorified Krishna and made him known all over the world. Your glories have no bounds. Like an ever expanding ocean, your glories and compassionate deeds have no limit. And we'll be indebted to you for eternity. By your causeless mercy, Srila Prabhupada, this wretched and fallen soul, like myself, got connected to your very great uh, disciple, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, and I humbly pray at your lotus feet that I may be uh, able to serve you and my spiritual master birth after birth. Please enable me to become pure and serve the Vaishnavas life after life. Thank you, your humble servant, Ruchira Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Wonderfully you wrote. Very nice, very nice it is. Very nice. Yeah. So I'm waiting for others.
Pranam Mataji, I have not written my offering, so I'll be listening, but I will do.
When will you do? Today or?
Yeah, today I will do it today. Otherwise, I will.
Yeah. Even few words, few lines, few sentences. Whatever you can. This has no right and wrong answers. Everything is right. So we need to thank Prabhupada. That's why we write this. Okay? Yeah. Who is ready next?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Actually, I joined to hear Mataji. Inspired by you, thought of speaking few words, Mataji.
Please.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mataji.
Right.
One second. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. Dear Prabhupada, if you are not allowing me to accept your mercy, sin is fun activity in my day-to-day life. I don't even know that there is a concept called sin by which I am struggling now. I'm sure I have committed all the sins in my all births. Like Ajamila got second chance to perfect his life. Similarly, any soul who is come in contact with your mission also got second chance to perfect their lives. Otherwise, we will end our life as animals and enter into lower species of life. Because of your mercy, I am trying to live like human being. At least after so much struggle, now I am able to understand that I lead a sinful life. You are protecting me from falling into the life of lower species. Just by your glance, you are protecting me from my accumulated Ugra karma. Prabhupada, we are grateful to you. We are indebted to you. Please empower me to serve my Guru Maharaj as well as your mission. Your servant, Jagatarini Vishaka Devidas. Hare Krishna.
Yes, wonderful. Huh? Very, very nice. Huh? Everybody, you see how nicely Prabhupada gave us the intelligence to speak up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. So, who is next?
Hare Krishna, Sadar Pranam, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Shall I start?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Respected Srila Prabhupada, kindly accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada, you have been merciful on all of us. It is because of your good compassion that we have an opportunity of serving Lord Krishna. Just because of you, we are able to assess transcendental Vedic knowledge, we are able to do transcendental devotional service, we are able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Just because of you, we come to know about Lord Chaitanya and his mission, which we are trying to serve these days. Srila Prabhupada, few years ago, I read your Bhagavad Gita as it is, which totally changed my life. I came to know the sole purpose of my life, that is, Sarv Dharma Paritajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraj Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshishyami Ma Suchaha. समस्त प्रकार के धर्मों का परित्याग करो और मेरी शरण में आओ, मैं समस्त पापों से तुम्हारा उद्धार कर दूंगा, डरो मत. Srila Prabhupada, on this day, I beg your mercy so that I never forget to surrender myself on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, I beg you to give me determination, strength, intelligence to accept those things which pleases Lord Krishna. Please allow me to be your servant eternally. Thank you, Archana Kulshrestha.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. You wrote very nicely. Very good.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So now, who is remaining? Baleshwari, Chandrarekha Mataji, Kamila Mataji. Keeping quiet. Vasanti Mami.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, yes.
I never knew that today is the glorification.
In that message I wrote last week also I wrote that we will have Vyasa Puja offering in this week.
Okay. I didn't prepare anything.
Okay, no problem. You can, if you want to share some Prabhupada pastimes also, okay. It is also considered as glorification. Yeah, if somebody else glorify that time also, you can think about something and speak. Okay.
Okay.
Something small, 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes.
Baleshwari.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, yes. So you should speak. Everybody should speak.
Sure, Mataji.
Yeah.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances unto you. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. You are an ocean of mercy. You are the light that brings us out of darkness. You have a personal relationship with everyone in ISKCON. As an evidence, your books have been the biggest encouragement and inspiration when we are low in spiritual life. You had written in Gita that no material circumstances can be an impediment for Krishna consciousness. Your life is a perfect example for this. Financial hurdles, family hurdles, heart attack, lack of political support, lack of support from Gaudiya Mutt. You crossed it all to practice Krishna consciousness and to preach Krishna consciousness. You went to the West and preached Krishna consciousness in the most magical way. Thank you for everything, Srila Prabhupada. Please engage all of us in your service, and please help us to grow in Krishna consciousness. Your servant, Baleshwari Sri Radha Devidasi.
You see, very nicely you are all writing. I'm very happy, Baleshwari. So nicely you wrote. So nice that you know how much the material suffering is not an impediment in spiritual advancement. Right? Prabhupada lived a very very, very tough life. When he went for printing the books in India, twice he fell down in the hot sun. He didn't have money to buy um, money to go by bus or by rickshaw. So he used to walk in hot sun. Many times he used to faint, you know. But the hostilities which he made is to, you see, the whole world is now enjoying Prabhupada's mission. We are all now, in a very nice way, we are sophisticated way, we are enjoying Krishna consciousness. But for that, Prabhupada suffered a lot. Suffered a lot. At the time of his disappearance also, Prabhupada underwent severe physical pain. Then that time he told that, I have taken all the sins of my disciples. He is, as you said, he is perfect example to follow. Hare Krishna. Chandrarekha Mataji, you want to?
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranamam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. I am nowhere capable to speak about Prabhupada. Only thing I can tell you is Prabhupada, when ISKCON entered into our life, even my husband was inspired by buying just one Bhagavad Gita book from our disciple when he was traveling in the train. That inspired us a lot. And all these years, almost 30 years since we have been into your family, we are do not know how the life would have been without this. It is such a wonderful, amazing life into the family we are in. Not being not in the material family, this ISKCON family is the one which has been recognized by people on us. Now people recognize as Hare Krishna Rekha. When I went to the tailor last week, they have noted my name as Rekha Hare Krishna. I asked them why. They said, ma'am, always you give us some prasad, and there are few more people by your name. You are the one who usually invite us to the temple and other things. That's why we have named you as Hare Krishna Rekha, like that. So not only this, Prabhupada has made this, and our Guru Maharajas now has made this a big world, a huge family wherein all of us can get in together and join hands to reach Lord Krishna. Only with the mercy of our Guru Maharaj and elderly devotees like Geeta Govinda Mataji and others, we are able to practice Hare Krishna movement. Though I am not fully, I'm not fulfilling all my Guru Maharaj's instructions, but still I am trying to do this. Prabhupada, we really want your blessings on this occasion. We request Prabhupada, please bestow mercy on us to fulfill your dreams and serve our Guru Maharaj to the fullest extent and lead a life as Prabhupada liked us to do. Hare Krishna. Thank you. We are always indebted to you, Prabhupada. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
See, very nice offering. You see, very nice offering. Every time I meet Chandrarekha Mataji, I used to tell Mataji, please preach, please preach. Sometimes it is said that if we remain a nice devotee, that itself is a preaching. We may not be able to go out and start a house program or some online preaching program or some other proper preaching. But I used to tell Chandrarekha Mataji, you can preach to your circle. So you are doing automatically, right? By being a devotee, automatically others will follow you. So nice, Mataji. Nicely you gave the offering. Prabhupada will be pleased. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Who else? Kamila, Vasanti Mami. Two are there now.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
I'm not even eligible to talk about
No,
such a great
nobody
person.
can say it like that. Prabhupada blessed you. You are reading Prabhupada's books. That means
Yeah, his
you are
books are treasures. Actually, I find those treasures through Vaishnavi Mataji only. Because I had an experience like Ajamila once in my life. And I told about that experience Vaishnavi Mataji. And she only introduced me to the Prabhupada's books and you in turn. And I started attending these classes. And I am really very happy that I had this experience in this life to know about him at least. And I am reading his books and I'm enjoying the treasure of it.
Very nice.
That is all I can say. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And thank you so much for introducing me to his books.
Very nice. You are sincerely attending the classes and chanting 32 rounds.
Yeah, that I am doing. But still, I'm eligible. No, I have not taken any Shishya or anything like that.
But yeah, it's okay. Maybe Prabhupada will inspire you to do. But in the Vanaprastha stage, you are in Vanaprastha ashram. And
Yeah.
now you are following Krishna consciousness. That is nice. Yeah. At this age, most of the South Indian or North Indian, any persons, they are behind, they are watching all this TV serials, all these things. But you determined to chant 32 rounds and you are following the principles. That is a great achievement. We pray that, you advance more and Prabhupada will inspire you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So now, yeah, Hare Krishna. Kamila Mataji.
Mataji, I will try because I haven't written.
No problem. You speak something about Prabhupada.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Vishmatra Bhakti Vikasa Swami Nitinamne. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Vishmatra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vishatari. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances and to your divine lotus feet. And this special occasion of your disappearance day, I beg you to kindly accept this humble offering. Srila Prabhupada, you had a staunch faith on the instructions of your Guru Maharaj, and you were very fearless speaking the message of Lord Krishna to the conditioned souls. You did not think that it was necessary for you to change your ways, the culture, to adjust it, the culture of Krishna consciousness, to adjust it to the Western culture so that we could understand it or relate to it and accept the message of Lord Krishna. But instead, you having strong faith in Lord Krishna, you presented us with instructions of Lord Krishna, such as Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as it is, and also the culture of Krishna consciousness. This is very amazing as it is the whole package, not only the philosophy, but also how we should live in this material world, how we should behave as human beings, and especially as devotees. It is very
Emotional.
it is very wonderful and amazing to see your faithful followers following this culture. It is something that I never thought it could be possible. I have just read your books, but I never thought that there could be people or devotees like that who are actually not just reading your books, but also living by them. I pray to the dust of your divine lotus feet that I can always be sheltered and abide strictly by the instructions of your of the of your the of those disciples, strictly strict disciples who are following the instructions of your most beloved disciple, His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, your insignificant servant, Camilla Maharaj.
Thank you, Camilla, for this wonderful message. Prabhupada will be very pleased with you. So, for some more time, I will narrate some pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada achieved many wonders in this world. Some of his disciples, they share Prabhupada's like how they associated with Prabhupada and his instructions and different kind of guidelines, all these things. So this one I like very much, but I didn't know the name of that Mataji, disciple of Prabhupada. If anyone know, you can share. So once Prabhupada was traveling in a train. This I heard, I don't know who is that Mataji. When he was traveling with his disciples, this is about one Western Mataji only. So in the train, Prabhupada was giving class, kirtans were going on. But Prabhupada felt that he wanted to have a lunch. He said, I wanted to have a lunch, but outside how they can have. He just said and continued guiding the disciples. So this particular Western Mataji, she went and she was walking here and there, like a mad person. So the railway authorities, who are just the TT and other officers, they noticed and they asked her, what do you want? Why you are so restless? Then she said, I want to cook for my spiritual master. If you don't allow me to cook there, I will jump from the train. She said, they said the catering is for the passengers. when they refused to give that kitchen, she said, if you don't give, then I will jump out of train. Then they thought, okay, some great person is traveling, so she wants to cook. So they thought for a while, and then they cleaned the kitchen. And then she went and cooked rice, dal, chapati, and sabji. And she brought a plate for Prabhupada. Prabhupada was so surprised. Definitely no. How is it possible to cook in the train, running train? Prabhupada's eyes were so bright. And he said, oh, very good. She cooked and offered somehow what is the possible mean she could offer, and then brought it to Prabhupada. You see, Prabhupada had so many disciples. Each one of them are trying to please Prabhupada. In a big Maharajas, they have constructed temples, distributed books in many different ways. Like Hanuman pleased Lord Sri Ram by bringing a mountain and jumping over the ocean. Big achievements Hanuman did. But a small squirrel, it also tried to build up the bridge. So it went to the water and then rolled back in the mud and again went into the ocean through the mud, so that it felt, the squirrel felt that I am also in the mission. Similarly, this act of cooking for one meal of Prabhupada, they seem to be simple when compared to the services of other great disciples have done. But still, pleasing Prabhupada is the mission, right? So that one meal to a pure devotee in that unusual circumstance, cooking for Prabhupada may be possible in Vrindavan ISKCON temple or Bombay ISKCON temple or Mayapur. These places have facility, but this place has no facility, but still she did it. So definitely pleasing Prabhupada is nice, even in a small way, but strong way. We cannot imagine for cooking in train and offering to Srila Prabhupada. This one incident I heard many years before from a senior devotee. So I remember many pastimes I remember, but this one is still in my heart. So many times I repeat this in classes also, like, how intelligent that Mataji, which always Prabhupada wanted the Matajis to be like that. Matajis should cook and, serve Vaishnavas, take care of children. These are all the instructions Prabhupada gave us. Not big achievements. He never wanted Matajis to be in GBC or temple president or... No, still some Prabhupada's disciples are managing such things. But his instruction for women is very simple. In that way also we can please Prabhupada. Remain humble and simple, definitely we can please Prabhupada. Because that's what he instructed for us. He never wanted us to become a great sannyasi or sadhu or book distributor or big things. He expected us to be chaste and simple and take care of the family, husband, and live with one husband. Chastity, definitely Prabhupada wanted us. And remain a grihini. So in all books he wrote that how women should be. So this particular Mataji learned cooking. See, Western ladies, even till today, I'm seeing many, they don't cook. In Mayapur, in my experience, they don't cook, they eat outside, or they keep some servants for them to cook, like that. But this Mataji have taken the training of cooking, because Prabhupada says for women 2 things, cleaning and cooking. CC, 2 C's, cleaning and cooking. So she pleased. So she got the tickets. I remember one pastime of Srila Ramanujacharya with one simple lady, which also came in Chaitanya, similar case in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Now we will focus on Ramanujacharya. In Tirumala, I think, in Tirumala or some holy place, one old lady used to give buttermilk to Ramanujacharya. So every day she did the service. Then Ramanujacharya asked, pleased with the service, and then he asked, what do you want? Shall I repay? Like, I'm very grateful to you. What should I do for you? Then she said, you please sign, give your signature in a paper and give me. So Ramanuja was surprised. What for? Then she said, this is my Vaikuntha ticket. You sign and give, that way if I keep that, that is a ticket for me to Vaikuntha. Ramanuja said, if that works out, I am very happy to give. I think it won't work. But she said it will work. Please give me. So this is the faith of the disciple on the Acharya. So we all have complete 100% faith in Srila Prabhupada, because undoubtedly Srila Prabhupada is a world Acharya. He has done such wonders in this world. In the world history, there is no such Acharya who changed Vilechas, Yavanas, useless people into pure devotees. We see that. People like me, I have never thought of spiritual life in my life. I was career-oriented woman. Prabhupada's book, it's like, go deep into the heart. His words, his powerful preaching changes people. That is, he's an empowered incarnation. Prabhupada is an empowered incarnation. And he showed us everything. So, some other leelas, I will narrate one more pastime with one Srila Prabhupada's disciple, and then we will end the class. I met this Prabhupada's disciple in Sweden. He's an artist, artist. So if you see in ISKCON institution, we see great singers, great artists, like highly talented devotees are there around the globe. So this Prabhu is still living in Sweden. We stayed in their house. Myself, my husband, my son. There was a summer camp in Sweden in 2013 or 14, I forgot. So we traveled from Paris to there, and we requested that if they can accommodate us. He and his wife, they are very senior devotees. They gave us one room. But when we entered his house, he told he showed us his studio and said, please don't allow your small son, because he may disturb the paintings or things. And he showed everything to us, and he explained each and every art he did, how a artist life is, all these things, and how Prabhupada did wonders in his life. He also made many paintings in ISKCON. Then that Prabhu narrated is, I told, I was very anxious to hear from Prabhupada's disciples directly, right? I requested him, Prabhu, please tell me some incidents, some nice pastime which you had with Prabhupada. Then he described this. He newly joined ISKCON, and so he was serving his temple as temple president. So once Prabhupada saw that in a corridor, fan was running. And at that time, this Prabhu was going that way, and then he thought he switched on and he didn't switch off it. Nobody was there. The Prabhupada is very particular, and as we know that utility is the principle, and we should not waste anything. In that, Prabhupada is very particular. And when he saw the fan running and nobody was there, so he switched off and he called this Prabhu. I forgot his name, sorry, because it is more than 12, 13 years. Then he said, why you switched off, why you kept it on, this is not fair. Like that, Prabhupada was very heavy on him. Because this Prabhu was very new, he couldn't tolerate the chastisement of Prabhupada. Prabhupada is very loving. Even if we get chastisement from Prabhupada, we should enjoy actually. The next moment he becomes very normal, and then but Prabhu felt very heavy on him, and then he went to the temple president and he said, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the moment. I cannot, no more, I cannot tolerate such scoldings. I have never come across with such scoldings in my life. So please allow me, I will leave the movement. Then the temple president immediately went and told Prabhupada that, one devotee newly joined. He didn't do that fan thing. Somebody switched on and they forgot to go switch off. He didn't do, but he got the scolding, so he's broken heart. Then Prabhupada immediately called him. And he told the temple president, ask him to bring a water for me. And then this Prabhu also went with the water to Prabhupada's room. He took the water like this and he carried like this. So Prabhupada put his hand on his hand and then holded him with so much love. That Prabhu, when he explained, he was in tears. Getting Prabhupada's touch, personal touch and love is, something great. And he told, do you want to leave me? Please forgive me if I have offended you. He asked, but please don't leave. I didn't know that you didn't do this. I'm sorry. Prabhupada was asking. The touch, by his touch, this Prabhu felt that I will never leave Prabhupada. I can never leave Prabhupada. Then he took initiation from Prabhupada, and he's still a great devotee till today. I miss them because I have no contact of them after that. They came once to Mayapur, Mataji and Prabhuji, and I invited them then later. Now it is more than 10 years. They are not coming to Mayapur. I didn't see them. He's very, very great disciple, not very famous also. But they are doing their service very, very, very deeply. His paintings and that studio, I said, no. All his spiritual emotions you can see in the paintings. Some they may not become very famous, but they do a wonderful service which is not visible. Unless you associate with them, ask them, request them, it is not possible to see such disciples. Very great. I even forgot their name. Unfortunately, we had email communications with them. But now I lost touch. I couldn't see them. But I remember them. I remember their greatness. They hosted us and, took care of us like their own children. Very nice. I thank that Prabhu for sharing his pastime with Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So, we all will thank Prabhupada always, every day, when singing Samsara Dava and Guru Vandana every day, because for us this is very important. One more thing I wanted to share you is, I gave a Hindi class this Sunday, last Sunday, not this Sunday, last 15 days before. So one devotee, a simple beginner, he asked, you are glorifying Prabhupada so much. If we only glorify Prabhupada, or if we only reach Prabhupada, that's enough. Or if we reach, the question was like this, is this enough? Like that it was. It is definitely enough, because if we associate with Prabhupada, definitely we will, is this enough if we only glorify Prabhupada, and is it possible for us to reach Krishna? Definitely, because Prabhupada will make us to become Krishna conscious. Prabhupada and Krishna consciousness are inseparable, right? If we follow Prabhupada, if we glorify Prabhupada, definitely Prabhupada will make us Krishna conscious. Prabhupada, is there any Prabhupada temple in the world? He made Krishna temple in the world. If you see some rich people, they construct temple in their name. You might have seen in many places, Birla Mandir. Birla Mandir is Lakshmi Narayana temple. But nowhere people say that it is Lakshmi Narayana temple. They say Birla Mandir, Birla. When I heard this Birla Mandir, I was thinking that Birla for himself he has constructed a temple or what? Have you ever heard that Prabhupada temple? He could have made. The disciples could have made, but there is no Prabhupada temple. He meant the society, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He was very clear in his teaching, very heavy in his teaching. He never allowed anybody to glorify him more than his own spiritual master. In that teachings, he is very clear that he established the Guru Parampara's importance. He teaches through the books, he teaches clearly everything. So there is no confusion. So if we reach Prabhupada, definitely he will take us to Krishna. He is the one who is going to take us, because by our endeavor, it is not possible for us to go to Krishna. Impossible. It is impossible for us to reach Krishna. It's only by the mercy of Prabhupada we are going to reach Krishna. So we need to please Prabhupada in a simple way, straightforward way, the way he wanted us to be. Right? Hare Krishna. If you, anyone who missed, I think Rohini came late. If you want to share or speak or give your offering, you are welcome. Anyone remember some other pastimes, you can share also. If you, in this full 1 hour, if you remember something, you can share. Rohini Mataji, you want to present your offering?
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry, actually I forgot that today is Tuesday.
So you please write, okay?
Sure,
Write and present it to Prabhupada.
Sure,
Yes. Baleshwari, you want to speak?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everyone. So this is a pastime many of you may already know, but still I want to glorify Prabhupada, so I'm sharing it. I think this pastime happened when Prabhupada was in the West, when he was living in Bovary. So it was in the very beginning stages of Krishna consciousness, and hardly very few people were coming to Prabhupada's classes. And Prabhupada found one sincere soul, and Prabhupada was very enthusiastic in giving Krishna consciousness to that person. And that person was also reciprocating, and it happened to be Prabhupada's roommate. So Prabhupada was thinking that this person, I will give him Krishna consciousness, I will make him my first disciple, I will take him to Vrindavan. So imagine such a person, suddenly one day, he got into this drugs and he got crazy, and he was attacking Prabhupada. He was almost going to kill Prabhupada. So then Prabhupada immediately ran away, and then there were other well-wishers who helped Prabhupada find a place to stay and things like that. But just imagine someone who faced such kind of life-threatening situation, and still he never gave up. He never thought that, why is Krishna giving me these difficulties? I'm trying to preach Krishna consciousness. He still had faith in Krishna, and he had faith in Guru's instruction, and he enthusiastically preached Krishna consciousness. And that's how we have ISKCON as it is today. But imagine if Prabhupada said, I will stay in my comfort zone, I will stay in Vrindavan, Radha Damodar temple, and I will practice Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. If few people come here and there, I will preach Krishna consciousness to them alone. Then where would we have been? So I'm very, Prabhupada taught by his example that we as devotees, we should get out of our comfort zone and take risks in Krishna consciousness. Of course, calculated risks, but we should take calculated risks to preach Krishna consciousness. And we should depend on Krishna always. And we should have faith in Krishna, no matter what difficulty we are going through. We should remember Prabhupada's pastimes, and we should have faith in Krishna that yes, Krishna will get me through this. I just have to keep my focus on Krishna, and I have to depend on Krishna's mercy, and I should have faith that Krishna will give me his mercy. So I think in that way, Prabhupada was inspiring us to have faith in Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for allowing me to share this pastime.
Very nice, very nice. How many times we hear about Prabhupada's Leelas, we are not tired, right? They are so keeping, it is inspiring us. Anyway, so thank you all for coming to the class and glorifying Prabhupada. Yes, Janaki?
Hare Krishna Mataji, even I want to share one pastime.
Yes.
My Prabhuji used to tell me this all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know name exactly where. Maybe it is in West country, Western only. So there was one new devotee. He used to trouble all the time, all the devotees while chanting and while doing seva. So Prabhupada used to tell him, why are you shouting? Why are you troubling others? Just chant Hare Krishna. So in this way, Prabhupada used to tell him. One day in the same temple, they have arranged for some yajna. So when Prabhupada came, the arrangements were not correct and they have missed so many things. Nothing was properly arranged. So Prabhupada started shouting, see, this is not there, that is not there. So you have not done anything. So at that time, when Prabhupada was disturbed, at that time, this devotee came to Prabhupada and told, why are you shouting, Prabhupada? Just chant Hare Krishna, he said. Then Prabhupada said, yes, you are only correct here. So I will do my rounds. Then he went. So all were there in that temple. The devotees were very afraid of Prabhupada. And at that moment, this devotee came to Prabhupada and he said so boldly that, Prabhupada, why are you so tensed? Just chant Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada accepted it. See, he was so humble that he didn't even think that who is he that he's ordering me that chant. But it shows that how Prabhupada was very humble and his humility. So by this way, we can learn that Prabhupada was very great and wonderful. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, for Mataji's, I think everybody know this one. One news reporter came to Prabhupada and she was harassing Prabhupada in one way. Like, what is the position of women in the society? What is the position of women in the society? Prabhupada said, a woman is a mother. Again, she said, a woman is a wife. Then when she asked again, then she is a mother. Then when she was out only this, then she is a prostitute. He was very bold in answering this. If women doesn't have a mother and wife role, then what is the role? She is a prostitute. He was very bold too, definitely. So for women, Prabhupada gave a nice guidance. So we are all in the body of women, so we should follow what Prabhupada gave us. So we will continue our classes. We will continue to follow Sri Dharma and Krishna consciousness. So thank you all. So we will meet next week, same time. Vanchakalpadarubhasa kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.